Hello, so welcome back to day 66 of my learning journey, and thanks for always been joining. If you've been a consistent um, viewer of this channel, thanks so much. I really appreciate that. Well, today is day 66, and the goal is day 100. So, as today is day 66, I have to just continue learning from where I stopped yesterday. So, I've been live streaming my learning journey using the resources on the Datacamp platform to upskill my data analytics skill. So I'm currently a top rated plus freelancer on the Upwork platform. So I decided that for the next 3 months or for the next 100 days, I want to upskill myself in SQL, in Power BI. I learn Excel almost every day of my life because that is my major my current job entails. So I'm trying to upskill myself in SQL, in Power BI, and in Python also. So I decided to start with SQL using the resources on the Datacamp platform. So I'm on the career track data analyst in SQL. So you can see the career track. So I'm actually 70% above 70% through the career track on the Datacamp platform, and the goal is to be consistent and learn for the next 100 days. So while that is coming up, also after the data analysis in SQL career tracks, I'm building a couple of projects. I'll be starting the data analysis in Power BI career track also using same resources on the Datacamp platform. And see, this is the data analysis in SQL career track. I'm actually 73% through the career track. There's also data analyst in Power BI career track on the platform also. So I'll be starting with these two major courses, two major resources, and I'll move to the data analyst in Python career track also. So basically, I'll almost be live streaming every day for the next 6 months or a year plus, while also working as a freelancer and attending to my clients on my major platforms. So this career track has 11 courses. So I'm on the ninth course in the career track. So then the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th course, then we build projects, then statement of accomplishments, and also on the Datacamp platform, they have certification, which you have to take a certified exam and receive the certification from Datacamp or themselves. So I plan to also live stream that also. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel and put on the notification bell so you know every time I go live or every time I drop a new content on the data space. So this is the career track which contains, so I'm on the ninth course. This is data driven decision making in SQL. I'll just go back now and continue from where I stopped yesterday. So after the live stream yesterday, I didn't practice anything off camera. So it's easy if you want to continue with me on this part, data driven decision making. I go back to my progress dashboard while that is coming up to continue. So let me tell you about a course by my coach Benga DBE. Benga DBE has been the one teaching me all about freelancing till this current state that I am today, where I've been able to achieve a success, at least a little success in the freelancing space. And he has a course currently on which is called the Freelance Client Magnet course. And what this course does is that it teaches you how to become a successful freelancer. Like if you're a newbie in the freelancing world, this course is perfect for you. You can also check out BengaDB on Twitter. I'll show you that really quick. Let me just explain to you what this course does. This course teaches you how to become a successful freelancer on major freelancing platforms like Upwork, on Fiverr, LinkedIn, or even how to search on remote job websites. This course is perfect for you. It will also teach you how to position yourself using your social media account to source for gigs and let potential clients come to your DM. It will teach you about inbound and outbound marketing, or even how to use cold emails to reach out to clients. This course is well packed. You want to check it out using the link in the YouTube description. This course also comes with access to the course instructor himself. On weekend, BengaDB hosts weekend support where you get to meet him and share your challenges with him, and he's going to tell you do this, do that, do this, do that, and then you'll be fine. We also have a community of freelancers. I am part of the community member, so you also be the part of the community member where you get to meet me, we gist, we talk, and we share knowledge and tips how we've been able to achieve success in the freelancing world. Don't forget to check out the course using the link in the YouTube description, and I will see you in the community. So let me show you what my coach looked like, what Benga looked like on Twitter. You can easily access him on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, or even as a YouTube channel also, Benga you can see. Go check him out. Highly top rated, highly rated freelance coach. So you can check out his pin tweet also. He has a lot of testimonials from students who has achieved over 100k. I think there's one of his best students so far has achieved over 200k in total earnings and about it in so far in his freelancing journey. You can check out his pin tweets. You can check out his tweets account. His tweets. He has a lot of free resources for you there also. Then it will give you access to those free resources if you can't afford to pay for the course right now. But check out the course in the YouTube description. All right, so back to my learning journey. Let's continue data-driven decision making in SQL. So we are 3 hours more to go in this course. I'm super excited. Can't wait to finish the career track and do a lot of portfolio practices. That is the end goal, to practice, build portfolios, and analyze dirty data online. So just continue from where I stopped yesterday, which is aggregation, summarizing data. So I started this part on day 65. This data-driven decision making is here on day 65. So let's finish this chapter today. We could move to chapter 2 probably tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow, not probably tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. Let's continue aggregation, summarizing data.
For decision making, it is usually not important to look at individual records, but rather to examine summaries of certain groups. For example, we will look at the average rating or count the number of views of a movie rather than looking at each rating and movie rental separately. In this query, the column renting price from the table movies is aggregated by using the AVG function, short for average. So we get the average price for renting a movie. Here is a list of some more aggregate functions which we will use in this course: sum, count, min, and max. Select count star counts the number of rows of the selected table actors. The result is 145. Applying the function count to a column returns the number of not null values in this column. So we get the same result when we count the number of entries in the column name, since there are no null values in this column. The column year of birth has 2 null values. That's why the third query returns 143 instead of 145. Also, with the aggregate functions AVG, sum, min, or max, 140. That's why the third query returns 143 instead of 145. Also, with the aggregate functions AVG, sum, min, or max, the null values are always ignored. Another very useful keyword is distinct. If we want to filter out duplicates and only look at unique values, then we add the keyword distinct to the query. For example, we select the distinct countries from the customer table, showing us all countries where customers come from. Then we can count the distinct countries, which gives us the result 11. From this query, we can learn 2 things about null values. The column rating from the table renting has values 1 to 10 or null. Distinct rating lists all of these values, including null. The last line of the query orders the resulting table by the values of rating. It is ordered descending, and null is at the final position, so null is treated as the largest value when we order it. In the select clause, the term as can be added to define names of a column in the return table. These new column names are also called aliases, or shortcut names. Using alias names makes the resulting table more self-explanatory. In this result table, we have the average price and the number of genres. Now it's time to put what you just learned into practice.
Yep, let's practice. It says summarizing customer information. In most business decisions, customers are analyzed in groups, such as customers per country or customer per age group. That's two. It says the instruction says count the number of customers in the 80s. Okay, count the number of customers born in the 80s. That is tricky. I have to select the birth dates between 1980 and 1989. Okay, that's cool. They count the total number of customers. If you are counting, then we should have a group by there. But since we're only going to return, okay, let's see. You can say count study from customers where date of birth rather, where the date of birth of this customer here, where date of birth between, use the between clause there, between. Let me just copy this date real quick. Those that are born in the 80s rather, and 1989. That should give us our results. We have 33 customers in the record born between these dates, between 1980 to 1989. That's correct. The second instruction says count the number of customers from Germany. That is just filtering, quite straightforward. Definitely using count star also. From customers where country, let's see, we should have a country column. Where country, is equal to Germany. Ooh, we have 0 customers from Germany. Really? So let's see. Probably we don't have records. Let me submit that and see. Wow, that's correct. So no customers. None of our customers are from Germany. So count the number of countries where movie now has customers. Number of countries where movie now has customers. That will just be count country. But I want to count distinct country, because if I should count country, it's going to count each row in duplicate. I want to count. You say, yeah, introduce distinct there. Distinct, then the country column. So that we have 11 countries. Let's see that. And boom, that's correct. Well done. You aggregated data from the customers table and figured out that movie now has customers in 11 countries and that there are no customers from Germany. That's super correct. Let's give it a shot. So rating of movie 25. So the movie ratings gives us insight into the preference of our customers. Report summary statistics such as the minimum, maximum, average, and count of ratings for the movie with ID 25. Okay. It says select all movie rentals of the movie with movie ID 25 from the table renting. Okay. Let's select all movie rentals. All. Minimum rating. Calculate the minimum rating and use alias as main rating. Minimum rating. Okay. That is just mean. The rating. We just copy this. Make it quick. They want to do the max. They want to do the AVG of rating. This will be AVG. AVG, they want to do the count number of ratings and use alias. They want to count the number of ratings. That's quite funny. Count ratings. Is it rating or ratings or rating? Alright. From rating, where a record of the movie with ID 25, where the movie ID. Okay, so where movie ID. Where the movie ID is equal to ID of 25. Let's see what that looks like. So the count of rating and number of rating that this movie had is 8. So this movie ID has 8 ratings so far. The minimum rating is 5. The maximum rating is 10. Then the average rating is 7.5. Let me switch off my camera real quick there. The number of ratings that it got is just 8 ratings. So out of 8 ratings, it has a mean rating of 5, maximum rating of 10, and the average rating is 7.5. That's cool. Let's submit that. And that's correct. Examine annual rentals. I think we're almost through with this chapter. We're almost through with this chapter 1 of this course. I bet the next chapters will be trickier and more technical. It says examine annual rentals. It says you are asked to provide a report about the development of the company. Specifically, your manager is interested in the total number of movie rentals, the total numbers of ratings, and the average rating of all movies since the beginning of 2019. First, select all records of movie rental since January 1st, 2019. Select all records. That's quite simple. We have the date renting, so we're going to select all records, which is Celesta. Let's start from where the dates, where dates renting is equal to, that is 2019 0101. Let's see what that looks like. And boom. So these are the records for the date renting 2019 0101. Okay. Let's submit that. Hold up. Check the first entry, the where clause, the check specify greater than. Okay. Select all record of movie rentals since January 1. So I'm going to say, I need to understand that. Since January 1. Okay, which is greater than or equal to. Okay. Since it says since January 1, 2009. all records since that time above January 1. Okay. It's going to start from January 1, 2019. Then the next month, I'm saying January 2019. Okay, here is it. The month from January 1, 2019 till dates. We only have 159 rows there. Don't forget the word since. Now count the number of movie rentals and calculate the average rating since the beginning of January. So count the number of movie rentals. Just say count star there. And the average rating, which is the average rating here. AVG rating. So the number of movies rented since 1st of January 2019 is 159 movies. And the average rating those movies have gotten is 7.9. Now use alias as alias column names, number of rating and average rating respectively. Okay, alias Abby. Want to do number of rating. Then average rating. So you don't want to return count and AVG based on the function names. You want to return these aliases. Boom, we have that. Quite straightforward. Finally, count how many ratings exist since 2019-01. How many ratings exist? Okay, that will be count star. How many ratings? But just say count ratings. Count rating. We have an additional column again called counts. So 95 rating existed since that time. So 93 ratings rather. So since January 1, 2019 and above, we have over 93 ratings so far. Okay, so let's submit that. And boom. So these are like KPIs. Congratulations. You managed to extract all KPIs from the renting records by working with aggregation, no values and dates. So those are simple KPIs. That's interesting. So we completed this chapter. Oh, that's cool. So we're now moving to decision making with simple SQL queries. So we completed this chapter 1. Pretty easy, straightforward. Let's just do a little bit in this chapter 2 today. Then I continue from here tomorrow. But before that, okay, let's see. The grouping. Oops, I need to download this slide for this chapter. So this is slide. Let's download this slide. Chapter 2 slide downloaded. Then let me open that on my second screen here. Let's continue.
In this lesson, we will use queries with the group by clause. Using the group by clause allows us to apply aggregations to groups in a table. To evaluate the success and potential of a company, it is often desirable to look at groups of customers or groups of products jointly. We could be interested in grouping customers, for example, by country or gender, or in grouping movies by genre or year of release. We will now look at an example where we are interested in the average renting price by genre. Here, we extracted a subset of the movies table for illustration. We call this table Movies Selected. In this table, we have the movie's name, its genre, and rental price. Now, we are interested in the average price of renting a movie for each genre. We will do this step by using the group by clause. This is the basic SQL query with group by. We select the genre from the table Movie Selected and group it by genre. By itself, the result is not different than what you get with the select distinct statement. But with the group by clause, we can add aggregation functions to the select component, such as average, sum, minimum, or maximum. We are interested in the average price per genre, so we add the average of the prices in the select component and give it the alias average price. We obtain a table with the genres and the average price per genre. To better understand what this query does, let's go back to the table Movie Selected. We can think of a group by statement as a split into subgroups. The colors of the rows in the table illustrate the different genres. The group by genre clause creates groups based on the genre. As you can see here, every group is in a separate table. We have groups for the genres fantasy, drama, and so on. Then we can apply any aggregation function to each of the subtables. Besides the average, which we used before, we can additionally use count to get the number of movies in each subtable. For example, 3 for fantasy and 4 for drama. This is the query extended by the number of movies in each category. We have used count with an asterisk before to count all rows in a query. Now we use it to count the number of movies for each genre. The having clause can be added to a group by statement to retrieve the values of only those groups which satisfy specified conditions. It is only used in combination with a group by clause and can include aggregate functions such as sum, average, added to a group with an asterisk before to count all rows in a query. Now we use it to count the number of movies for each genre. The having clause can be added to a group by statement to retrieve the values of only those groups which satisfy specified conditions. It is only used in combination with a group by clause and can include aggregate functions such as sum, average, or count. In this example, only those rows of the table are selected where the number of columns is larger than 2, or, in other words, where the number of movies is greater than 2. And now it's your turn to group and aggregate data from the customer and renting tables.
Yep, so let's practice that. So first, accounts for each country. So it says conduct an analysis to see when the first customer accounts were created for each country. So create a table with a row for each country and columns for the country name and the date when the first customer account was created. Okay. Use the alias first account for the column with dates, order by date in ascending order. So select for each country, report the earliest dates for each country. Now we want to create a distinct country there. So we could say select distinct country. This is country. Mm, what can we use there? It says create a row. Create a table with a row for each country and columns for the country name. Create a table with a row for each country and the columns for the country name. Yes, the customer account was created. You'll see minimum, we use the min there. The minimum date account starts. Date underscore account underscore starts. Go by country. Definitely grouping by country. Then order by dates. Order by first account. You can just say order by first account. First account ascending, which is the default there. Let's run that. And boom. So for France, the first date in this customer is in dates created account. The first date there. So the first date here would be 2017-01-13. Definitely that. Let's give it a submission. Cool. So if we get the first date, by using the min function, if I use the maximum function to give me the earliest date, the latest date, which could be wrong. France in that dates. Okay, let's continue. So average movie ratings. So for each movie, the average rating for each movie, the average rating, the number of ratings, and the number of views has to be reported. Generate a table with meaningful column names. It says group the data in the table renting by movie ID and report the ID and the average rating. Select movie ID, calculate the average rating per movie. Okay, which is AVG rating. Since we have an aggregation function, we definitely need a group by there. We are grouping group by movie ID, definitely by movie ID. If I should run the code, I say okay, movie ID, not movie. Yep. And boom. So did the average rating for this movie ID of 54? Or if I submit the answer, that should be correct. Now it says add 2 columns for the number of ratings and in the number of movie rentals to the result table. You want to add 2 columns. So which column do you want to add? Add a column for number of ratings with alias, number of rating. Okay, number of rating, that will just be count star. We just count the number of records there. Add a column for number of movie rentals with alias, number of renting. Hold up. Movie rentals. Use alias average rating. You have the alias ready here. Hold up. Let me just copy that. Number of rating is here and number renting. It says add 2 columns for the number of rating. This is the number of rating and the number of movie rentals to the result table. Number of movie rentals. I want to count the movie ID. Count the movie ID. Let's give out number of movie rentals. Let's see that. Oh, I'm not giving it an alias. With alias, oh, I need to give it an alias. Number of rating as number of rating, and this will be a number of renting. So the column type. Oh, I'm having the wrong comma there. And boom. So we have our result here. If I switch on my camera real quick there, it says average rating. So this movie ID, this is the average rating, the number of rating it has gotten, the number of rentals, number of times the movie have been rented. And so the number of renting and number of rentals should be the same throughout. But since the movie is getting rented, it is definitely getting a review. Probably there are some movies that should be rented without getting a review. We should have a record like that. Looking through it, definitely there could be though some movie will probably be rented but won't be given any review. Let's submit that and see. Yeah, okay. Instead of using count star there, if I just count rating, which is much more better, I will agree. Probably they should get a much clearer record. Like this movie now, so that's better then. Like this movie now, it's got number of rating, so it really got 7 rating, but it was rented 11 times. Definitely some customers decide not to rate the movie. They just want to watch and enjoy. Same thing here. You have to use the correct columns or field name there. Now, instruction number 4. It says order the rows of the table by the average rating so that it is in decreasing order. So just order by. See if you order it by the what? Average rating here. So that it will be in decreasing order of average rating. Let me say order by average rating descending. So this movie. This movie has the rating. Movie 11 was rated 6 times, which is bad for the company. Probably they need to get rid of this movie ID, this movie, without any rating, without any renting. We just submit that. Good job. Oops, what's wrong? My camera. Oh, my camera is back here. So the last part here it says average movie ratings. Okay, average movie ratings, average rating per customer. Average movie ratings. For each movie, the average rating, the number of ratings and number of views has to be reported. Generate a table with meaningful column names. Average movie ratings. It says for each movie, the average rating, the number of ratings, and the number of views has to be reported. Generate a table with meaningful column names. So which statement is true? Okay, let's say for each movie, the average rating, the number of ratings, and the number of views has to be reported. Generate a table with meaningful column names. Okay, let's give it a shot. Oh, okay. Number of ratings. So which of these statements is true for the movie with average rating? No. Oh, this is it now. I have the result here already. So it says the number of rating is 6. So that's correct. The number of movie rentals is 0. That's correct. The average is null because one of the ratings of the movie is null. The average is null because all the ratings of the movie is null. The first two, the number of rating is 6 is correct. The number of movie rentals is 0 is correct. Oh, number of movie renting is 6. Number of rating is 6. So that's so the average is not. The average is not because all the ratings of the movie is not. Probably the last one. Because all of this, exactly, all of these are wrong. Oh, that's correct there. So the last one says that, I think this is the last part here. Average rating per customer. Average rating per customer. Average rating per customer. Let's calculate that. So similar to what you just did, you will now look at the average movie ratings, this time for customers. So you will obtain a table with the average rating given by each customer. Similar to what you just did, you will now look at the average movie ratings, this time for customers. So you will obtain a table with the average rating given by each customer. Further, you will include the number of ratings and the number of movie rental per customer. You will report these summary statistics only for customer with more than 7 movie rental and order them in ascending order by average rating. Instruction says group the data in the table renting by customer ID. So let's group it by group by customer ID, which has been grouped, and report the customer ID, the average rating. So report the customer ID. So select customer ID there. Customer ID. The average rating, AVG rating. Average rating, no rentals. Report the number of ratings per customer. Number of rating per customer. That will be count rating, definitely rating. Report the number of movie rentals per customer. They want to be renting ID, or you see movie ID, definitely movie ID. Count movie v underscore ID. So select only customer with more than 7 movie rental. That will be more than 7 movie rental. Definitely want to count having movie ID. That would be having movie ID more than 7 abi. That will be greater than 7. Greater than 7. Ordered by the average renting in ascending order. Then ordered by AVG. Oh, I spelled this correctly. AVG renting. So average rating. This will be average rating, not renting. Average rating. Ordered by average rating, then ascending, definitely ascending there. If I run the code, we should have this result here. So we should have this result here. Customer ID, the average rating of the customer, the movie the customer has rented, which is the rating, the number of movies the customer has rented. Let's submit that and see. Oops, that's correct. We are good to go. Oh, I think we've covered a lot today. So I'll just take a break from here and continue from this place tomorrow. Oh, sorry about the noise earlier. It was an emergency. I had to stand up real quick. Alright, so thanks for staying to the end of the live stream. If you found value in this video, do support the channel by giving this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, put on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know whenever I go live or drop a new content. Also, do check out my coach, the freelance client magnet course in the YouTube description. I want to see you in the community of freelancers of FCM. Do have a wonderful day and